Okay, it's the 14th of October, 7:30 a.m. And I'm back over here at the tall tree and that strange electrical post holding those high power cables. Just watching before this tree shooting off orbs, and now it knows I'm here. It stopped. And that just tells me how smart those things are. Now I have to put it right on it and see if it's shooting them off. Because eventually I'll have to fire them off. Can't wait forever. Okay, it's still doing it. Before it was doing it on both sides. Okay, it's the 14th of October, 7:30 a.m. And I'm back over here at the tall tree and that strange electrical post holding those high power cables. Just watching before this tree shooting off orbs, and now it knows I'm here. It stopped. And that just tells me how smart those things are. Now I have to put it right on it and see if it's shooting them off. Because eventually I'll have to fire them off. Can't wait forever. Okay, it's still doing it. Before it was doing it on both sides. And now it's very conservative about it. And there they go on both sides. It's being very conservative because it knows it's on camera. There's even more clusters, those white clusters. There's even more of them on the tree. And it's still firing off the orbs at the power cable, and they're also being fired from the power cable to the tree, which is transferring all that energy that's going through the air. It's going through that tree and into the other trees there that are all around the area. The whole area is full of trees, and all the trees are full of orbs. So all that power is like the wireless transmission of power like Tesla had envisioned. So they got it down pat. They already know how to do that very well. They can transmit energy through anything. Okay, so they don't need wires to do it. They're using our power grid to get the power, and then they're transmitting it wirelessly to all the orbs in the air, all the orbs on those trees, all the orbs on the ground, and all the orbs everywhere else, because this is happening all over, not just in this one spot. Now it's so conservative. Before it was just firing them off like a machine gun. Notice they're not happening in the same spots. They're happening in different spots. See all the earth, and these are all trees, and that whole area is like just full of orbs, especially early in the morning like this. They're all taking off, and look how many orb clusters. They're large, and that tall tree is like as tall as two of the trees below it, because these are all very high trees, like super tall, and this is even taller. So I question whether that's a real tree at all. Could be just one made out of orbs. And this thing is lit up again. That's the thing that landed a few days ago. It looked like a ship. But I think it's just like a multiple cluster. One of those that flies real fast that I've taken pictures of, calling them UFOs because I don't know what else to call them. And they are UFOs to us, but they're actually orb clusters that can fly very fast. Being energy, they can move through anything very fast. They don't have any limitation as to what medium they move through. Anything energy conductor is their medium, and they can move through it really fast. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's air or space with no air, or their own medium, which is orbs, or trees, or the ground, water, anything else on this planet that can conduct electricity or electromagnetism is their forte. They move through it just like they do through the air. No problem. Look at all the new clusters. Okay, if you compare this to the video I put out a few days ago, you'll see that there's a whole lot more, and the trees are just gone. Everywhere they were, the trees are just gone. And when these things move out, a lot of these trees will be gone. And people will chalk it up just to look at this thing. It never had this many all over it. I remember just the other day I was showing this, it had none. Now look at them all. They're all over it. It's another high power cable post. You see all the big clusters. Okay, it's all along the Lake Ontario, and there's a lot of them all over. That whole area is just full. These things were never there. Okay, these black things. There's a lot of trees that have just been stripped, all together. And it's orbs that are doing it. You can see all the clusters. See all the trees, they're gone. See all that fog in the back? That's how many are in the air. You can't see anything in the back. All that fog is just orbs in the air. See right there in that space, you can see the background. There's just orbs in the air. You can't see what's in the back. Used to have a clear view of all of that not long ago. Now all I can see is orbs all over. And all these orb clusters everywhere. But they're never there before. Look how many. And they're just piling up and getting bigger. Look over here, where that tree is all stripped. Look, right down to the bone. No tree left. Okay, the leaves haven't started even falling off yet. But these trees are all gone. See in the background there, the trees are gone. Look at all these clusters. Let's see if this thing is shooting off anything. And back it up so I can see. Okay, anything that flies by that thing is not a bird. I'm gonna back it up so I can see it. There's more clusters on that post right there. There's that big white one right in the middle of it. Halfway up. And there's that big black one right in the middle of the whole thing up on top. And then there's big ones on both sides, on the outside. And the whole thing is just done. Like the whole thing is just done. They really piled on that thing. See that big white one there? And this big black one over here. Okay, they're active 24/7 and there's clusters all over on those power cables. They're in the invisible mode right now. I had to pick up by the camera. I have to put it into a filter or something. But right now I'm not going to bother because I'm just going to show how many orbs and orb clusters there are. Okay, remember that thing that was lit up? Look, it's changed its shape. Remember what it looked like before, just a few minutes ago? Look what it looks like now. Totally different. And that's why I'm talking about shape shifting. And they can change shape just like that in a few minutes. Instantly, actually. And this tree, I want to see something really fly by it. I'll let it sit there for a few minutes, see if anything substantial flies by. Before I do that, I just want to look at this. This is another thing that landed the other day. That black thing right there. It's still hovering. It's not attached to anything. It's been hovering like that for days. I don't know how many days, but for a while, like a week. So I saw that on land too. Okay, let's see this tree. Hope something big flies by it. There's gonna be an insect, even if it looks like a bird. You'll be able to tell by the size that it's not a bird, because from this distance I'd hardly be able to see a bird. I'll just give it a couple of minutes. See, it knows it's on camera. It's firing out those orbs like really conservatively. Before I turned the camera on, they were going off like one after the other on both sides and all over. And it just shows how smart these things are. And they know they're on camera. See how they can hold back. And that's hard for them to hold back, because they're highly active entities and they have to keep moving. For them to stand still like that is a feat. Because they're high vibrations, high frequency entities, and high energy entities, and for them to hold back like that is an achievement. See how he changed sides and he's shooting him up farther because he thinks it's not on camera. I mean, the orbs that are flashing are not on camera. It's not gauging properly. I'm surprised. Usually they have it down pat. But it did make an attempt to switch sides and send them out farther to keep them out of the frame. See, they're never in the same spot. They're always slightly different. Some are closer, some further away, some in a different angle. It's trying all the different positions, trying to escape the frame of the camera. It's just testing to see how where they won't be seen. And this is what they're doing. They're testing how to get out of the frame. And when I have to move the camera, they'll be aware that they're out of the frame. Come on, have something fly by one of those clusters. Let's go. One of those big ones. Let's see it fly. Surprised there's no big insects flying by to distract me. Some of them are holographic, but some of them are real. I guess it's not going to do it today. Gonna make me wait. I don't feel like it. I shot a lot of videos already. Okay, it's 2:43. I can't wait anymore. I gotta go. This is it. Yeah. These things are all over. I showed you all the big clusters. Let's see if that thing changed shape. Yeah, again. Yes, it did. It's different again. Okay, so that's another thing. Shooting on this side. No. Those power lines are full of orbs. You could tell just looking at it. I'll just leave it without moving that thing so you can see. You can just see the orbs on them. Okay. See the orbs moving on them? Okay, it's irrefutable. Irrefutable. That goes on day and night. They're just streaming across those power lines. And that's cutting down the life of those power lines into like 0 time. They're not going to last very long at that rate. Because this is a lot of stress and a lot of heat exerted on them. And a lot more power, being put through them. Because it's being amplified like 1,000 times more than usual. So, they're compromising our ability to have power ourselves by using it for their own purpose, whatever it is. You see how the lines are shaking? They're going up and down like that. That's not the camera moving. The camera is locked in so solid, I have trouble unlocking it and moving it. Okay, so those are the cables under the strain of all that activity moving like that. And that's putting even more tension on them because they're, connected to posts and moving up and down like that is just straining them and stretching them out. On top of it, they have more power surging through them than they can, than they're made to take. So the whole thing is putting a lot of extra strain on the power cables, and eventually they're going to snap and break before their time. Okay, they're not going to last as long as planned, that's for sure. And this is going to cost even more money to repair, and besides it will leave people without power for a long time. Because if they break, they can destroy the entire station that's putting out the power by shorting out everything. Okay, but those orbs are on that power line, on all of those power lines, even the ones that are not visible right now. There's a lot of them there. And they're all over them, and that goes on 24/7. It's been going on for the last 7 years, 24/7, since I started making these videos and putting them on YouTube. And this is one of the reasons why I did it, because I was seeing things happening like this, and I know this can't be normal. Okay, it just doesn't. It makes no sense for this to be normal. And what I've seen since and experienced since, I know for sure it's not normal. And these are alien organisms on Earth doing all of this and getting free power from our own power grid for their own purpose. We need to stop it. Basically, that's what it comes down to. We need to stop it as soon as we can. Okay, that's it. Thanks for viewing. It's super much nice. Have a good day.